Hello everyone and welcome back to The Pitch. We got a good show today. I'm joined as always by the Executive Commissioner, JAL Johnson. And let's just get into it right away today. The first topic that we have is the official production on JAL XIII. JAL, fill us in a little bit on what's going on.
Well, we have started planning it out, basically. We know that it's going to be played in the middle of the month of June sometime. We don't know exactly what date. We're still working on that. It will most likely be at a new location. It won't be at any of the 4 sites probably that we've played at before. And what was the other important thing, Brock? The theme for the tournament will be the 1-year anniversary of the league, because the league was founded in May of 2015, so this is like the closest. Obviously the tournament won't be in May, but it's pretty close to the 1 year, so that's going to be the theme. We've got a logo that we're working on for it, like we do, doing logos with all the other tournaments, and it looks kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be fun, obviously, especially with some of the locations we've talked about. Maybe the elementary or some of the soccer fields in Castle Rock.
We're looking. Well, you know this. We're looking at like a number of different parks around It might not necessarily be in Castle Rock,
right?
This tournament, but it will at least be like in the area. It'll probably end up being Castle Rock, but we want it to be at a place on a soccer field so that we can use the 2 soccer goals as like backstops for the 2 fields, and then like have like the middle of that soccer field be like that central hub area that everyone like hangs out while the tournament's going on.
Yeah. No, I like that idea. And obviously we want a big area because we want to keep doing 2 fields. That worked well in the last tournament. So it's going to be in a cool new spot, and I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, that's one of the things. We like to switch. We like to make each tournament feel original in its own way, and so we don't like to always be playing at the same spots over and over. We've done a good job in the past of mixing the locations up, and we want to do that again in this one. So I think it should be another good tournament.
I agree. It's going to be fun. All right, let's move on to the next segment, which is a treat for you guys. We have a special guest. She's the owner of the Underdogs, and she's still looking for her first championship. It's Granny, a.k.a. Granny Woodruff, Cathy Woodruff. Come over and sit down. We have a few questions for her. Hello, how's it going, first of all?
Great.
Okay, our first question.
Happy birthday again, by the way.
Thank you. That was very nice of you.
Okay, our first question is regarding Macy UTEC. So there was a lot of people out there that you could have gone after, like Nick Proudfoot, Bryce DeZarmo, and you chose kind of an unknown Macy UTEC. Can you tell us why you did that?
Because Michael plays, and Macy would be there watching. Macy's a good athlete. She will help the team, and I have a lot of confidence in her.
Okay.
Wait a minute. So you did get Macy just to try to end up getting Michael Sullivan on your team.
Did I say that? No, I didn't say that.
That's basically what it just sounded like.
Was that part of the decision to sign her at all?
No, only because Michael would be there, and she would have something to do, and she didn't want to.
So you figured she would actually want to be there?
Yes, she'd want to come watch, and why not play?
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. What about, you've got Tierney and Macy on the team now together, and this is like your old softball team that you had back in the day.
State championship team.
Yeah, so is that what you're going for here? Or does it just so happen that you've got them both on the same team again?
You have to talk louder. Old people are deaf.
Does it just so happen that you have them both on the same team, or were you trying to go for this kind of remaking this softball team that you used to coach?
Oh, no, I didn't even think of the softball team. A lot of them are out of town or married or gone or whatever. So those two are one of the best players. So
All right.
if I could get Maddie Seidel, I'd get her too.
All right. I have one question, not exactly regarding Macy, but in terms of Tierney, are you actually going to try to get her to pitch underhand? Or is this just kind of something that's floating around? Is this actually going to happen in a JAL tournament?
I want to see this happen.
To pull his leg.
So you're not planning on doing this?
She could. She actually could. I mean, you don't forget.
She said that she wants to, though.
I'd have to twist your arm. To get
But the only problem is you have Adam on your team, too, and he's he's your team starting pitcher right now, and he's good. So you don't want to just, like, bench him to experiment with
no,
Tierney, you know what I mean?
never.
But
No.
at the same time, like, a lot of us want to see Tierney test this out because it'd be really interesting.
Someday, possibly.
I think, here's what I think. In JL 13, if you guys get way up ahead in the game or you're way behind and the game is over, I think you should put her in there for a couple innings or whatever and let's just see what happens.
But I don't coach a team. I'm the owner. So I usually let them
Okay.
decide how they want to do it.
But it hasn't worked out the greatest, but okay.
Maybe I'll if Kyle comes back, maybe I'll make him the captain of the team.
Ooh.
Would that be an incentive?
Okay, that's my next question is because Kyle's contract with the Underdogs was up after JL 12, and there was all this talk. He even said, I'm not coming back to the team, and, you know, like he was flirting with the idea of starting his own team, his own franchise, and now he's kind of regressed from that, and he's talking about, we brought it up with him, would you consider re-signing with the Underdogs? And he said maybe, and then you offered him just now a $5 50-cent contract over how many tournaments?
How many can I do?
As many as you
Well, you can do as many as you want.
Well, probably 2, because I don't know. I'm going to lose some maybe. And I might have to, if Adam would stay, offer him more.
Well, okay, but what is it about Kyle that you want him back?
He's won before.
But he wasn't even a top 20 player now.
His shoulder was hurt. That's why.
Clearly she believes in his abilities.
Yes, he's a good player.
All right, that's fair enough. We wanted to know. So,
You have any more questions, Kale?
I don't think I do. No, I think.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
We'll
Anytime.
see you around. All right, everyone. Moving into our last segment, which is going to be our buy or sell segment. Now, our first question isn't really buy or sell, but don't freak out. It's what we came up with, so we're going to do it. Kale, here's the first question. Who is more likely to make the playoffs? The new Washougal Wrecking Crew or the Cowlitz Bambinos, who have played in one tournament?
That's kind of a good one. I would say, I think the Bambinos actually, because I think Aaron Deester and his friends are actually going to be probably pretty good athletes, but I think they're going to run into the same problem as the Bambinos did in JL 12 when it was the Bambinos' first tournament. Whereas, like, they're good and they have a lot of potential, but it's like all of their rookie tournaments and they've never played before and they're like getting acquainted with the league and all that. And I think that'll hurt them a little bit. You know, they'll suffer a couple losses or, you know, some that'll keep them out of the playoffs just because of that. And then, you know, now that the Bambinos have like experienced like a tournament and everything, I think they'll come back and like you'll actually see all that potential come out in the next tournament. So I would have to go with the Bambinos.
I agree with you 100%. I think it's going to be the Bambinos. You got to remember, for one, they're in the same league, and conference, sorry. And it's the tougher conference. You know, you got the Express, the Lynx, So I mean, it might be tough for either one of them to make it, first of all. But I think it's going to be the Bambinos for the reasons that you said. Their experience, they kind of know because it's wiffle ball, obviously, but it's got its own kind of cool rules and stuff. So just getting used to it. Plus, one thing that people shouldn't forget is Colton Titus is on the Bambinos, and he's probably going to play in this next tournament, and I think he's going to be a pretty good player.
That's a good point. I forgot to mention that. That's a good point. What's the next question, Brock?
The next question is, this actually is a buy or sell. Buy or sell that the Fog are going to win a game, one single game at least, in JAL XIII.
You know what? That was the biggest letdown ever. From JAL XI when they won it and they were the champs to JAL XIII when they didn't win a single game.
Yeah.
I hope it continues because it's funny. I hope they don't win another game in JAL XIII. I think they will, though. I think it'd be hard for them to have back-to-back winless seasons, tournaments. They have to. Don't you think, Brock?
Yeah, I agree again. And it's not exactly because I think the Fog are like, a good team or a team that's gonna, win games. But when you look at how the schedules have gone from tournament to tournament, usually you're playing at least one game where it's a team that's, just as good as you or maybe worse. So.
But that's the problem is that they're in the power rankings at least right now. They're ranked so low, like what are they ranked right now? 7th out of 9?
Yeah, I know that, but I mean when you look at it like on the field, looking at your players, looking at the other players, you're like, we could win this game. There's at least one of those every tournament, and I don't see going 0 for again. At least
they played a tough schedule in JAL XII. They played opening game was the Lynx. Then they played the Express, and then they closed. They played the Lynx. Then they played the Rapids. Then they played the Express. So they played. I think they were the only team.
Those are all Final Four teams right there.
Yeah, they were the only team in JAL XII that played nothing but playoff teams.
Right.
So in all likelihood, their schedule won't be that tough.
Yeah.
Again in 13, but they really got smacked around in 13. They really gave you no reason. In JAL XII, they really gave you no reason to think that they are capable.
No, because I think their closest game was still like 4 runs.
No, but if they get to play like the Bison or maybe the Wrecking Crew or I think they could beat the Bambinos or the underdogs, but
yeah.
It'll just come down to their schedule.
Yep. All right, well, there you have it, people. There's the pitch for this week. Thank you guys for joining us, and as always, you can find us on Facebook, on Instagram and Twitter at JAL_wiffball, and on Snapchat at JAL-wiffball. Kale, you have one more thing to say.
Yeah, I do. Next week on the pitch, it's going to be a special episode because we've got a guest star that's going to be joining us next week, and he's kind of good at wiffle ball. He's a pretty good player in our league. Who was it again, Brock? I forget.
I think his name was Gadino? Is that it? Was
it Sean? No, it was Kyle, wasn't it? The #1 ranked player in the JAL. Yeah, he's going to be joining us on the pitch next week, so be sure to tune into that one. That should be fun.
Yeah. All right, thanks again, and we'll see you guys next time.